This week's episode of Cursed Earth Radio's Weekly Dredd is brought to you by Boing. Boing, it saved the city from Judge Death and the Dark Judges. What can't it do?
Dredd, turn on your transistor radio. It's our favorite program. Hooray!
This is Cursed Earth Radio.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cursed Earth Radio's Weekly Dredd, your one-stop shop for everything happening in the galaxy's greatest comic, 2000 AD.
This week we've got Prog 2151, we've got Drudge Dredd in Guatemala, we've got Defoe in The Divisor, Brink, Hatebox, Hope Under Fire, and the Fall of Dead World Doomed. I'm Cool Johnny Cool.
And this is Heavy Metal Kid, and you're listening to
Cursed Earth Radio.
Keep listening, creeps.
We're back for episode 2 of Weekly Dredd, which is our new thing. I like this thing that we're doing.
I
It's
do.
cool.
I get so excited when it shows up on my Kindle on Tuesday nights. Like I think I messaged you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at me, I'm in the future.
Yeah, every time...
I'm like a kid on Christmas.
Yeah, you just send me like a screenshot, like you're so excited that it happened. I'm glad you're enjoying the digital age. It's certainly helping our podcast out a lot. And as we've decided to make the beginning of Cursed Earth Radio's Weekly Dredd a little segment that we're going to talk about news and happenings in our world here in the Cursed Earth. It is important to note that this week we are doing a podcast instead of a progcast, and that is because we inadvertently stole the terminology of progcast from another pre-existing Dredd themed and 2080 themed progcast.
It's not, we didn't do it on purpose. It's a logical conclusion.
It certainly made sense, and it's a great idea. But through our travels around the internet, we discovered that there's a progcast called Everything Comes Back to 2000 AD. We were alerted to this because somebody like tagged the guy who runs it.
Yes.
His name's John Burtis.
We've been alerted to it several times. We get it. We know.
And the dude was like really good spirited about it.
Super nice.
He said, he just typed his little response to someone tagging him. It was like, mother drockers, with like a little face. And, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure that whoever this guy was, and once I realized, I was like, oh, I'm in Facebook and like social media Dredd groups with this person anyways.
Yeah.
So I sent him a message and I was like, hey man, we're in the United States. We are so blind and so starved for Dredd. We don't even know what the fuck's going on. Like, sorry, we jacked your terminology.
Yeah, it seemed like a good wordplay.
Yeah,
I think anybody setting up a 2080 podcast
should go there.
That's the logical. Oh, it's a progcast.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. But the dude was like, he was super cool about it.
Yeah.
And he even offered like some cool ideas and other names.
Yeah, definitely, and we're going to be using those.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that.
So it was nice because, you know, ever since we started this, we do a lot of other things in our lives that involve us being on stage or being scrutinized by people for our art, for our music, for all these different things. And I my whole like thing,
this is your little light of mine.
I'm like, this is my hobby. This is something I love. I don't want it to turn into something where I start fucking hating.
Yeah, please don't be dicks about
it.
this.
I don't want to hate the fan base. And you know what? I think the fan base is so small. Even to, if you look at 2000 AD's fan base compared to Marvel's fan base,
yeah.
It's small and it feels a little bit more like a community. And I've honestly seen nothing but cool from people.
No,
so.
and the reaction to all 14 of the people who have been following us,
Yeah.
all the reaction has been positive, and the interactions I've had with the people who have interacted with our Facebook page have been great.
Yeah, there was even a guy this week that tagged John Burtis.
Yeah,
on our
we know.
on our YouTube. But this is one of those cool. He tagged him, but then he subscribed.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I was like, you know.
So yeah, John, thank you. No infringement intended.
Right.
Thank you for being so cool about it.
Yeah, and that's when I guess we should notice, give people notice that we're changing our name to the 2080 Thrillcast.
Yeah, I wonder if that's taken.
So yeah, with that out of the way.
I got news. I got news.
Okay.
It's not news. It's really dumb, and it's about the plight of being a Dredd fan in America.
Yes.
Okay. So I went to the last twitching vestige of a comic book shop we have where we live. Last Friday.
Yeah.
Because they bought out another comic book shop.
Yeah.
And you were thrilled about that.
I was thrilled about that because they were fucking dicks.
So I enjoy the IDW Dredd because it's a nice American take on the character. I don't consider it canonical, but I really enjoy it.
I enjoy it too. I like the art in some of them a whole lot.
And I went there to get the first 3 volumes of the ID because they bought everything, and I knew it was on the shelves.
Yeah.
And I had just gotten my Judge Death shirt in, and it's just the 2080 shirt that's just the giant Judge Death badge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to judge some mortals. Suck it. I go to the mall, and I'm looking for a Dredd. I'm in an American comic book shop. Nobody notices. Nobody cares. Had it been an Iron Man shirt or something that was like a Batman or some mainstream stuff. Oh yeah, I think I texted you while I was mid anger,
and I'm pretty sure you didn't even find any Dredd. Right?
No, they didn't put it out yet because it's not Marvel, it's not DC.
No one gives a shit.
No,
except for us.
Like the alphabet's put up to J, and it's Justice League. You fuckers.
Yeah.
So that's my Dredd news.
Well, here's some more Dredd news about being fucking stuck in the United States. The plight and maybe it's just fear mongering at this point, but we're so worried about this fucking 50% off coupon.
Oh yeah,
because you just subscribed to 2000 AD.
I did.
And Judge Dredd magazine, or just 2000?
Just 2000 AD, but that still gets me the 50% off coupon.
Yeah,
that has not materialized yet.
And I've been subscribed to both. And supposedly when you subscribe, or if you're a current subscriber, according to the Instagram account, you're going to get this 50% off coupon for 2000 AD's web shop. And man, I've had my items in my cart forever.
There is shit I want to buy.
Yeah, so we're waiting on, and the collective fear is that it's not for us.
Yeah.
It's for only people in the UK. This has not been substantiated. But man, am I ever worried about it. I think about it too much.
I am filled with dread.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
But that's legit a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Like, so if anybody out there could put in a word to 2000 AD for the 12 of us that are over here in the cursed earth that are subscribed, we would love to have that coupon. I'll spend money. I've seen me do it.
I'm going to do it also. I even thought about asking you if you wanted to split an order so we could do split shipping.
Yeah, because shipping's going to suck.
It'll make sense, yeah. So aside from that, I will also mention that Judge Dredd Helter Skelter, the board game from Osprey Games, is coming out this month. And
you are super excited.
I'm so excited. That way we can get it and fight over who gets to be the Dredd, and somebody's going to have to be Slain Strontium Dog or Nikolai Dante. We shouldn't have a problem.
Be Strontium Dog or Slain. I know you ain't down with sword and sorcery.
I'm not too
I'll
down
warp
with
spasm
sword
the shit out of
sorcery.
you.
And Nikolai Dante, I've just never ventured there.
Yeah, I'll hang out with Johnny Alpha all day.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not saying I have to play Dredd.
Now, if anybody could sell HMK a Dredd pinball machine.
Yeah. If anybody could give me $4,000 to buy one.
Well, yeah.
But it's
start a Kickstarter.
And then next month, November,
yes,
we've got our Dredd miniatures game from Warlord Games.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I'm gonna be some fatties. You're gonna be the Justice Player.
I'm gonna Judge Giant the shit out of those fatties.
We're going in together on that one. I'm excited. So there's cool things happening. Very, very last thing I wanted to mention, which I just want to make sure that we cover this because I think we both enjoyed it. A couple progs ago, before we started doing the weekly Dredd, there was something really great. I loved it, and it was part of Tharg's Thrillers, and it was Red Road.
The Red Road was great.
Yeah, and it's by Andy Ewington. I hope I'm saying that right. With art by Ben Wilshire, whose name I recognize.
I really liked Red. I read it 3 times, I think, altogether.
It was cool. It was like had a Mad Max vibe.
Yeah,
first,
definitely.
Turned into something really cool, and like you said, the future isn't always terrible.
No, it's like I like the colonizer spin. I like Martian bounty hunters. I like the sassy bike.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That shoots buzzsaws out of the front. That was fucking great.
Yeah. So
I hope they bring that back.
Me too. I hope that's something that turns into like a regular series.
Yeah, I want to see that I want to see her find her sister.
Yeah, that artwork really caught me first and foremost, and then I kept reading it, and it just had such a cool vibe to
Yeah,
it. So
and that's actually where I jumped in, because when I subscribed, it gave me all of September's progs.
yeah,
So I was like, oh, well, I can't read the End of Pen yet.
yeah,
But I can read this. Oh, I loved it.
It was great. Yeah, so that's all I got as far as stuff on my list. If you have something else, we can
No,
cover
just
that.
nerd rage.
Nerd rage. I understand that. Well, this is
Let's go to Guatemala.
Guatemala. Well, before Guatemala, we should mention that Prog 2151 has a cover by Stuart Kenneth Moore.
Oh, and it's a good Defoe.
This is the Prog that you became a Defoe fan, isn't it?
I went back and I finally had time to read last Prog's chapter. I really dig Defoe.
This
really dig it.
Defoe has drawn me in so much more, because I read through the previous Defoe story and it didn't grab me the way this one grabbed me, because the space race, the exorcism in the asylum,
The moon people.
oh man,
You know what? Did you ever play the game Nightmare Creatures?
of course I did. Yes,
That's the feel I get off this.
Yeah.
I love Nightmare Creatures. And I really kind of dialed that. I know last week I said it felt like Solomon Kane in space.
yeah.
And that did.
Yeah.
But this one really felt like Nightmare Creatures.
Yeah.
I love how it's written in Old English.
Yeah.
I love the art.
And Pat Mills loves his religious iconography.
Yes, he does.
He loves it.
The whole sequence in the asylum in this one is great.
Yeah, this really kind of pulled me in too. So I'm with you. I love it. All right, so let's take a look at Guatemala Part 2. I'm so glad this story is progressing the way it is, because it's going to be awesome.
So many robots.
Yes, and I feel like you may have found one of your favorite new robots.
Oh,
this week.
Dos. I like Dos.
So John Wagner, Colin McNeil, colors by Chris Blythe, letters by Ann Parkhouse, and Dredd.
Colin McNeil draws a hell of a Dredd chin.
Yeah, he draws a good Dredd chin. I like
Look at that. That's a medical condition.
It's no Jake Lynch.
Look at that.
It's pretty big. Yeah.
You could jump off of that thing.
Yeah. So we're back in the action with Dredd, Beanie, and the Mechanismo droid. But now they've arrived in Guatemala to meet the ambassador, Ruben Huggs. Human ambassador.
Ruben Huggs.
These fucking names, man. And he looks visibly kind of anxious.
Yeah, he's stressed.
There's some rough shit going on there. There's some real genocidal stuff going on towards humans.
Yeah, there's apparently either organ harvesting or just selling them outright for parts.
Slave trading. And the three from Mega City get there and they witness this, and basically they have to watch it and turn a blind eye, because that's not why they're there. They're not there to liberate Guatemala.
Yet.
Oh, yeah.
Says Joe.
Oh, yeah. And so it's pretty sad, man. You see some like young looking kids that are being herded by these like a militia?
Yeah, the robot.
They're not a militia. Are they a militia, or are they?
No,
they're the ruling.
Yeah, they're the
government.
army.
Yeah. So the militia comes in here in a few minutes, but yeah. So whatever they're doing, the judges from Mega City kind of have to wait that out, because it's not time for that yet. But there's clearly an anti-human sentiment here, and robots are in control. And that ambassador has got to be fucking nervous. I would not be surprised if he doesn't end up dead by the end of this story.
Well, I mean, Joe and his Mechanismo and Beanie are in theater now, so at least I think he feels a little bit of relief.
Yeah.
He's got some friendly faces, and what dark times are these when Joe's the friendly face?
Yeah, well, the most unfriendly face we see in this specific Prog is Colonel Doss.
Dos.
Oh, is it Dos?
Dos.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got it?
He's a one-eyed, anti-human...
robot, sociopathic robot general.
Yes, clearly hates all humans and hates any human sympathizers, because he calls the Mechanismo droid a traitor. Yeah.
And this is Dredd, the great hero of Mega City 1.
Yeah.
You know, I like the fact that he's got his robots trained. What is he? Soft and fleshy and good for them all, sir.
Yeah. He tells him he doesn't look like a whole lot, according to his own estimation. And we see that what's happened too is that the Justice Department has sanctions on Guatemala.
The embargo, yeah.
They can't bring in robot parts, and General Dos is very salty about this, because he needs a new eyeball.
Yeah, he is hot.
Yeah.
I warn you, we will only take so much. We have our pride, and Joe, being the great negotiator, so much to be proud of.
Right. Here we meet your new favorite robot, Gomez, right? Do you love
I like
Gomez?
how, he's the attendant to General Dos.
Uh-huh.
His output has gone into overload because Colonel Dos is ranting.
Yeah.
And apparently he's an old unit, can only take so much. If I could adjust the ferocilator.
Whatever the fuck that is, yes.
Not now, Gomez. Calls him a sniveling armadillo. So we're at this impasse between Dos and Dredd. They both have similar chins, mind you.
Yeah, and Dos is really just there to show his ass. He's just there to show off
he's
and
saber
talk
rattling.
some smack. Yeah. And we get an incursion by the rebel forces.
Los Humanitistas.
Yes, a group of human freedom fighters on
That don't
sky
give
surfboards.
a shit for aiming.
Yeah.
Because they try to take out the robots that are hurting these humans into this freighter, and they hit some of the humans too.
They're
There's
doing
wildfire.
the best they can. Yeah.
I don't think they are. I think they're just shooting.
They're led by Angelita de los Liberadones.
It's a mouthful.
I don't know if I said that right, but she's the leader of the Humanistas, and each one of these progs gives us 6 pages to go. Here's the introduction. Here's like the story arc from beginning to end, and a nice little cliffhanger. Yeah, so by the time we get here,
Sky Surfers too.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Chop's not involved in that, but
He's out there somewhere.
we'll see. He is out there somewhere. So in the firefight, though, they actually they take their toll on General Dos also, and by the end of this, Dredd has at least laid eyes on Angelita, and she informs him that if you're not with us, you're against us.
You'll
Why
share
are
the
you
same
here?
fates.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Joe is still remaining neutral, and so there's a lot of tension here at the end of this chapter.
And we see General Dos heading back to his transport
On fire and leaking everywhere.
with the help of Gomez.
Oh,
She heads off singing, screaming "Viva los Humanos," and Dredd mentions she could be useful.
yeah. And as I pointed out earlier, they're going to great lengths to not show Beanie.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's got to be a plot point.
Maybe is it that she's just kind of a
We
side
know who
character?
she is, though.
Yeah, you're right, man. They're not. I don't know.
She's in shadow, or it's the back of her helmet.
I mean, I can't imagine what could have happened because she's been in
She's the
recent
only one
shit.
we don't see, though.
Yeah.
You go through this whole Prog. So maybe I'm looking for monsters that aren't there.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
I liked it. I get sass talking robots. There's a gunfight.
For setting up a main villain that has a cartoon mustache on the end of a robot, it's actually seems like it's going to be quite poignant.
Yeah.
And very
What's the
gritty.
allegory going to be this time?
Yeah.
I want to know where he got his hair.
Oh man, yeah.
That's going to be a thing in and of itself.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. So, moving on from that, as we said, Defoe kind of drew us in this week.
Super, super enthralling. I like the gothic horror aspect of it, a la Nightmare Creatures.
Yeah, and this week it was Defoe visiting New Bethlehem Hospital,
where apparently they're not known for their humane treatment.
Well, it's modern treatment.
I don't even think it's modern for the time. A bucket of water in the lash.
Well, maybe.
Is that what you guys do over at the hospital?
Something like that. But he converses with Irdonazar, the Dark Monarch of the Moon, and the creature that we seem to find out has been sabotaging the moon mission.
Yeah.
So
sabotage the Isaac Newton.
This one definitely drew me in more than the other Defoe story that I read when it was out before. And like I said, I think it's the space race thing. I think we're starting to see a little bit of the alternate part of the alternate history.
I like that stuff.
And I always give something Pat Mills more of a chance, even if on first read I'm kind of like, because I think for me it's the sci-fi. I want lots of sci-fi.
This is a good amalgam of the two.
It is, yeah. It's like as Necropolis is a great sci-fi horror piece. I think
that's got to be like the 200th time we've said it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's part of our DNA at this point.
Yes.
So that one was good. I'm excited to keep following Defoe's adventures.
Yeah, I can't. That was one in this prog that I was like, I cannot wait for next Tuesday night.
Yeah. Next, we had Brink, Hate Box Part 2 by Dan Abnett, which is young security officer Wioa. I hope I said that right.
What's our track record for getting these names right?
Who knows?
Barreled.
She was shot at in the previous prog. It was her first time being in the line of fire, and she's trying to come to terms with the idea that this is going to be a regular occurrence. This one hasn't hit payoff yet.
This one was real dry. I chafed reading this one. I'm hanging on because I want to give everything a chance.
Man, I'll tell you, the first Brink arc
Unibrow
had me.
I just noticed that.
It's a nice unibrow.
Look at that.
And then Hope Under Fire.
Yeah, Hope Under Fire. I love, once again, alternate history, where I said Vietnam last week because I wasn't smart enough to read the preface with Tharg that told you where everything was happening.
Apparently, I wasn't either because I said, I think it's World War II. And you said, no, it's Vietnam. I said, yeah, okay, you're right. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So
fact checker.
I really, yeah. So this one, it's again, our hero in this story is hired under some duress to investigate who's stealing from this crow dealer.
But he's crow. It seems like a really gnarly drug. It made Little Richard jump off a roof. No, Screaming Jay Hawkins.
It definitely has some sort of occult element to it. I don't know how that's going to pay off.
I like it. I like the occult detective. It's almost like kind of a Constantine feel.
Yeah, this one has probably grabbed me less so than it has you.
The art is really good. Art is fantastic.
It's the art may be something that it just doesn't get me,
But this last story in the prog, I know got you.
The
oh my god,
Fall of Dead World is becoming my second favorite.
Here's the thing. I've read, since I'm just jumping in now, I've read the Fall of Dead World via book 1, which takes us through Fairfax's early journey through Dead World in the fall. This chapter kind of blew one of the points for me. I was like, 'cause I want to know what happened. Oh, that's what happened to Fairfax. Damn it. No, it's great. Thidney. I like how Boris Karloff mocked. I really want to know what happened there. I know I'm missing some story parts.
Well, it sure seems, if you're jumping in here, like the Dark Judges are at war with one another.
Yeah, but we know this isn't what it seems. Just because we know we've read the Dark Judges.
I have not. But I have not finished reading Dead World.
Well, and I'm just saying in like that.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like nobody can see what I just did.
Yeah.
It's a secret.
But this is there's some fucking weirdo calling himself Casey Tweed.
Yeah, he's the new Chief Justice of Dead World.
And he has a crab. It's like a crab with a skull sidekick.
Yeah, those happen in book 1.
Oh, okay. And
Mortis has taken a space station.
Mortis, again, man.
I fucking love this design of him.
I love Mortis in general.
And look who's here.
Yeah, and he looks like he's got an upgrade.
Yeah, but
Judge Fire looks fucking awesome.
He's still just hanging out.
No,
yeah.
Judge Fire
is
Judge Fire is wearing a fucking helmet in this. And he looks awesome.
Yeah, I like him. Well, this is the earliest versions of Fire.
I love
this is
him.
the fall. I love bloated corpse Mortis.
Yeah, this is becoming one of my favorites because the Dave Kendall artwork blows my mind.
It's so good.
And the script is by Keck W.
Yeah. Who's that a pseudonym for? You're my pseudonym guy.
I don't know. I think
they're all pseudonyms for John Wagner, right?
I think he's his own man, and I love this world, man. And from what I understand, this was something that was conceived by Dave Kendall. He drew these Dark Judges. He just did the art, and then he came in to 2000 AD and said, I have this idea for these, and that's how this story came about. It was his vision of the artwork that brought this about. Because
we've always talked to each other like, what was Dead World before Dead World was Dead World? And now we're getting to see it. I don't know what Red Mosquito is, but I have to have that.
That is a standard novel.
Is it?
Yeah.
Look at it. Look at Death.
Yeah.
Death looks badass.
I only have one 2000 AD novel, and that is Avalanche. It's the origins of the judge system. And
is it good?
I haven't read it yet. It was just given to me last week.
Oh, okay. Well, you got an excuse then.
But I listened to an interview with the author on the 2000 AD Thrillcast, and it was great.
Ours?
So this week's issue was
good.
awesome.
Prog. Yeah.
I wish
I am solidly behind 3 of the 4 stories in this.
Yeah,
Brink is just. It was really dry.
Well, and that's the thing, you know.
I don't know where we're going. I'm hoping
Yeah.
there's going to be a good payoff for this.
I think what's going on with Brink is a lot of like world building.
Yeah. It seems like a slow burn.
Yeah, it kind of was for the first story that they had, like when it was brand new, which is now collected into a trade paperback. So you can always go in there. But
I'm remaining positive and excited.
Yeah, well, and you know, it's okay to not like something we see in 2080.
It is, but I want to give it the benefit of the doubt because I'm new here.
Yeah.
I'm new because my Dredd has consisted of case files and fleetways, but now the buffet is open.
Well, and you know, I've had the issues with like Sinister Dexter. I always have a hard time getting into that.
Yeah, I read the all the Sinister Dexters from last month. It is a thing.
Yeah,
it was definitely there.
The things that I gravitate towards are the things that hit me in my 13-year-old boy, which is Judge Mortis melting children down, which is robots with mustaches.
Yes,
you know.
I hope that the Generalissimo's hair and mustache came from the actual human president of Guatemala.
I feel like you're very, very solid on hoping.
I hope he just went.
You're gonna be all right.
It just stuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it. Really enjoyable. I love being able to do this because, like I said last week, the first time in 25 years reading Dredd that I can be up and current with the cool kids.
Yeah, it's nice. And if only we would get that 50% off coupon.
Yeah.
If only we could order the Ultimate Collection.
If anybody could help us out with that,
let us know.
We're not even asking for free stuff. We just want our coupons.
I think we'll get it. I just think they haven't sent them out yet.
I hope. I obsessively check my email.
Well, me too. Because let's say they do a mass mailing of all the coupons, right? They're gonna wait for new subscribers, and then they're gonna send them out.
I am a new subscriber. Though.
Well,
I am new subscriber.
They're gonna wait till that initial hit. Like they just did the big push for Last Prog, so maybe now that this one's out, because it's officially out tonight, right?
Well, it was out. I don't know how many. I think you're 5 hours behind us or ahead of us.
I don't know when the actual street date that they.
I think it goes on street that day.
Is it on a Monday?
It's on a Wednesday.
Okay, because we had ours.
I've noticed my Kindle gets it Tuesday night. My app gets it Wednesday morning.
Okay,
it doesn't come across.
So yeah, I guess that's all we got for tonight.
Yeah.
But we will be back next week, and hopefully we'll be able to continue doing it. We've done so very much better than I thought we would.
We're getting so much gooder.
When we started this podcast, I really thought that we were going to do like 3 or 4 episodes and then it was going to die.
Nah.
I'm trying not to let it die.
Our enthusiasm keeps it going. I plan my week around this now.
Yeah, me too. And I'm trying to keep our YouTube page going with extra stuff.
Well, we've talked about stuff we want to do on there.
Yeah.
I know when you get the pinball machine, that's going to be a whole thing.
Oh,
yeah. I have faith. I have seen you will things into being.
Oh, it's happening.
I do want to do that. I kind of want to document what it's like being a Dredd fan in the U.S. and what we have to go through to get that.
It's
to happen.
Struggle, man.
I know you want to shoot me doodling.
Yeah, yes, I do. I want to do some time lapse because. Cool Johnny Cool is a fucking awesome artist.
I really shouldn't have said shoot me doodling. That sounds... I regret my decision.
Doodling is okay. Shooting you diddling is not okay.
Do not shoot me. Oh my God. Holy shit.
Well, with that said, I don't think we can get any more lowbrow than that.
Nope.
So we'll see you motherfuckers next time.
Yes, we will. I'm Cool Johnny Cool.
And I'm Heavy Metal Kid, and this is
Cursed Earth Radio.